What up? What up? How you doing, LFR? Alright, I gotta apologize to you right from the get-go here, only for one little thing. I had a date mix-up. I didn't realize it was gonna be today. I thought it was gonna be next Monday for the 7-day challenge. So I almost was gonna be like, oops, sorry, next week. But I thought, you know what? What does it matter? Let's get after it. So if you're here, say hello. I'm saying what's up? What's up? For real. Tell me hello. I'm trying not to shake here. I don't have my tripod at the moment, but I wanted to come in here anyway. I'm trying to embrace the flow all the time. Hi, babies. Look. We've got Thomas with us. Hi, Thomas. Hi, sweet boy. That's good, baby. So, yeah. Say what's up if you're here. Hi, Danny. I wanted to kick off this 7-day challenge. I like I said, this is I'm winging my prep with you here tonight, but I've done this one many times. So, and my daughters might come in, so if they come in and make a little noise here in a minute, it's all right. But I wanted to start off this 7-day challenge because I got some exciting stuff coming up, and I can't wait to share it with you. So I thought, let's jump in and do this. And this challenge is going to be super easy for you if you choose to show up and do it. And so I'm going to show up. I'm going to be here. I'm going to do it with you. So the foremost, this is the seven Wayfree ways to living the ultimate human experience. It's what I believe is how we can create that experience individually for each of us. And I believe it's all created through our choices. Totally 100% through our choices and accountability to those choices. What's up, Henrietta? I see you. Kristen. Hi, what's up, what's up? So yeah, I'll be a little more formal with you tomorrow and have a little more prep and a little more to go into it. But this one is the very first one, and it's easy to do if you just make a choice. So the first one is mindset. And I want you to think about everything in your life is based off of your mind and the mindset and the conditioning and the programming that's been set in and installed in you. And if you think of it from a place of, okay, I gotta shift here. I'm gonna put my elbows down. What's up, Teresa? What's up? If you think of your mindset, okay, it's hard for us to think of the possibility or the potential that what we're doing might not be the right thing for us. Not right or wrong necessarily. So like kind of set the right or wrong aside. You know, if somebody else has told you, you know, this is the right way to do it, or that's the right way to do it, or that's the wrong way. It's like, well, that's based off of their belief system and their ways of doing things. So we got to kind of set that aside a little bit for us. And let's just base it off of right or wrong for us. What feels good, what feels right, what feels in alignment to our inner stance and our own way of doing things and our mindset. And the truth, the total truth of it is the fact that somebody else started setting that in motion for us before we ever had any consciousness about it. And so unless you've done some like for real work with kind of deprogramming your programming, I'm going to be willing to bet there's some programming going on. There's somebody else's belief system. There's somebody else's way of doing something operating. And it might be working. Some of it might work for you and some of it might be great. But if it's not, and if you're looking for ways to improve your life, and if you're looking for ways to make things better, and if you're looking for more flow and less friction and less stress and less anxiety and less, I mean, it could even go further and be like arguments and fights and discussions and just friction, you know, general friction in your life, whether it be with your partner, your people, your work, your life, your decisions, whatever it might be. It all starts with that. And so if we're operating under somebody else's belief system or somebody else's way of doing things, it's gonna it's not going to work, it's just not going to work. And so we're going to always be like, coming back to these spots. So I want to invite you this week to shift your way of thinking and make a choice. If that, and make a choice to be open, to be completely open to the possibility of something different, of a different way of thinking, a different way of perspective of looking through, that maybe you've never ever considered before, because that might, well, it is the friction in your life. I've been there. There were times where I had stuff going on. It was like, man, what is, and it was like, nah, I was just plugging away. And then all of a sudden I was like, why am I doing that? Like, somebody asked me a question, or I just was like, why am I doing this way? And I could do it that way. Or I saw somebody else doing it and it was like, oh, wow, that's really good. Why am I? And I was like, oh, I've got, and I didn't realize for a long time I was operating under a layer system, a system of beliefs that I had just been taught, or I picked up somewhere, before I was really online and realized what I was doing. So it's kind of like even tying your shoes, your tennis shoes. Somebody taught you how to do that, and we all kind of do it just a little different. Most of it's just because that's the way we were taught. Somebody taught us how to tie it that way. I don't know. Have you ever asked somebody, why do you tie your shoes that way? I don't know. That's just the way I was taught. So most of our programming came about before we ever had any idea it was there, like almost entirely. And so unless you've, like I said, spent some time investigating why and how you do the things you do, there's a big chance that, you've got some pre-programming in there and conditioning that you're not aware of, and it's causing you to do some stuff in some crazy ways that aren't working for you. Maybe they work for other people. Maybe they work for your family, and that's a really tough one. A lot of times it's our family that taught us how to do a lot of what we do, or how to do, or didn't teach us. We just picked it up from them, and so, or, it's the reaction of certain beliefs or behaviors. So my thing this week is, the biggest one I want you to try and do is two things. One is mindset, your mindset, which your mind decides everything. Whether it's what you're eating, whether it's what you're thinking, your thoughts first. So you have to decide, I want to, and have some idea of what it is. And if you don't know, be open to somebody that has what you want, or does it the way you like, or feels or appears or whatever. Find something to kind of start your journey with. But the biggest thing is being open, and being willing to accept that there's other ways of doing stuff. There's other systems, there's other things. So you have to be willing to accept that and make a choice. It is in your mind. It's totally in your mind to make a choice, whether or not you're willing to accept somebody else's way or idea or belief or system of doing something, or for you, And so that's the first thing you have to decide going into a challenge or anything, is whether you're willing to commit to being at least open to what they have to say in their way of doing it or their belief. And so that's the biggest thing with mindset, is making that choice to be willing to look into the information and see if it applies to you, or if it could, or if you like it. And so that's the very first one, is because it applies to everything. And our mindset applies to literally everything we do. The people we choose to hang out with, the food we buy, the houses we choose to be in, the jobs we have, how we spend our time, what we spend our money on, what we encourage or discourage our children from being influenced by, the things that we bring into our home. It's just in everything, and it all starts with your mindset. So if we can get our mindset in a better place, that's awesome. So you have to be willing to make a choice to do that. And the second one is that I want to ask is for you to, the part of this challenge is, because it's not really challenging to choose to make a choice, even for a short time. So tonight, decide, I'm going to choose to look into this challenge this whole week and commit to the things that I'm going to tell you, because I'm guaranteeing you, if you will commit these things 100%, 100% of the time, as much as you can at first, and work to that 100%, you'll be able to change your life completely. and get the results and the outcome you want. So you got to make that choice. And you can make it in a second. You can just decide you're going to do it at least for the 7 days, for the 7 ways. And so mindset, that's the very first one. And then the second thing I want you to do is, how hard do you think it would be to stay off of the general social media to whatever extent during this challenge for 7 days? And I bet you can do it. I know you can do it. I know you can. It's like making a choice right there. Is making a choice is to stay off general social media, whether it be the news, your general feed, you're just scrolling Facebook, you're getting on TikTok, you're whatever you're doing. Don't go in there. Just come into this group. Come into this room. It's like a private room of ours, this group. Come into this group and ask questions and spend time and look through the posts and look through the things that are in the group and the information and all the things in the units tabs, and ask questions. Spend your time inside this group for the next 7 days while we do this challenge for the week, and see if it doesn't shift your perspective, your reality, your life. And I believe and know that it will. So give it 7 days, and I really believe you're going to see some awesome changes and shifts in the way you see and operate in life, and the choices you make, and the accountability you're able to hold yourself to when it comes to those choices. So if you're a human, if you're a parent, if you're a young adult, if you're an entrepreneur, those are, human is the big one for me. Is we all make choices, every human, whether you're a parent or an entrepreneur or whatever. This applies to all of us, but I really especially work I love working and talking with entrepreneurs and parents and partners, because that's something that I do. I have kids. I've always been an entrepreneur, and I have a partner. So it's an area of life that is easy for me to share and talk about, is those things. So, but anyway, for real, come into this group and defocus your time off of just general feed social media. I challenge you. That is the challenge. Those two things is to make a mental choice and decision to be willing and open and committed to what I want to share with you this week in this challenge, and being willing to apply it and see a different perspective possibly. And the second one being staying off social media as a general rule, because that's a choice in our mindset also. It's an influence. It's a voluntary area of life that we don't have to prescribe to. We really don't. And by not focusing and not putting attention in that area, I think you can find it easier to put attention in this area, and I think it'll help you make some shifts. So that is the challenge that I'm asking you for. Hi, Michelle. Wave. So if you have any questions, if you want to ask anything, feel free to ask it right here in the feed. And if you're watching this, say, what's up? Let me know if you're watching it live or if it's a playback. And for real, there's not really anything you're going to ask or say that I'm going to be like, what? Not at all. So for real, ask questions. If you were like, man, what do you mean by just make that choice? Or no, this. I don't know exactly what level you're at. You do. But there's not anything you're going to ask me that I'm going to be like, what? I'm not answering that. For real, it's not going to happen. So reach out, ask questions, private message me, whatever you want to do, but commit to this week. 1 week, just 1 week of staying off general social media feed and news and anything that you just kind of plug into and listen and watch them dump stuff in, because that's what's going on. There's a lot of information coming through in a lot of places and a lot of influence and a lot. So I want to influence you also. So I want your full attention. I want to be on your brain this week and see if I can't tap into some new ideas for you. So let's come together. Let's do it. So anyhow, say what's up. Hi, Wendy. Just let's do it. So I will talk at you. I'll be out walking in the morning, and I'll say what's up there and say what's up to me. But you can do this. You can make these shifts in your life, and it all starts in your brain. It starts in your head. So let's get to it. And I'll see you tomorrow, and I want you to have an awesome day. So, well, I guess today's over for most of us. Not all of us, but some of us. Some of us are probably just starting morning. Some of my friends on the other side of the world are just starting morning. So, anyway, say what's up no matter when you're watching this or what time of day. It's live for all of us, right? Because it's live for you. You're watching it right now. So, anyway, it's all good. It's all for a reason, and it's going to be fun. So, peace out. Have an awesome night, and I'll catch you all tomorrow. Peace. See ya. Bye.